what training beyond today would look like. The future-ready training supply ecosystem. It is not just a statement, it's a commitment. What is our responsibility? Are you ready to explore this with me?
He will be delivering its big idea future-ready training supply ecosystem.
Right. Hello, ASEAN. Okay, you are still here. You are still here. The fact that we have almost 80% of the audience still in the room shows that how much passion you have towards the L&D. Thank you very much. Now, coming back to the topic that I would like to put forward, the future-ready training supply ecosystem. It is not just a statement, it's a commitment. Commitment from the training supply community. And of course, the room is filled with the community that I respect a lot because you have been the transformation agent. You have been the catalyst of transformation for many years, and hence Malaysia has evolved to be a skilled nation, and we are continuing to progress within the L&D ecosystem and leading the L&D segment among ASEAN countries. And most of our benchmark framework are at the global standards. Why? This is not possible without the support of the entire training supply ecosystem exists in Malaysia. And at the same time, here we are today, not only the local training market, but we have the entire ASEAN community when it comes to training supply ecosystem. We have talked about topic focusing on AI. We have actually explored topic related to L&D and innovation. We have explored public-private partnership. What we are going to explore today, I am going to give you one simple tips that you already know, tips that you might be practicing, the fact that you are in this classroom to learn. What training beyond today would look like. Are you ready to explore this with me? Not enough. Are you ready? I'm going to put you through a time machine. Let's visit some of the good memories we had in the past. Let's go beyond to look into what future waits for us. Are you ready? I'm going to bring your attention to enter the time machine. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Shh. We are here in Berjaya Times Square. The time is 5:20 p.m. We are going to travel back to a space where we all used to be. Some of you are sitting in the bench as a learner. Some of you are already on the opposite as a trainer, as an instructor, as an instructional designer, as a teacher. Where we are now, open your eyes. 30 years ago, I am sitting in my primary school in a wooden bench, wooden chair. Some of you already been on this supply ecosystem, being a trainer, being a training provider, being an instructional designer. May I know how many of you were on the training supply ecosystem back then, 30 years ago? How many of you? Please stand up. Please stand up. Round of applause. Thank you. The fact that they are here today shows their commitment in terms of They have the desire to continuously learn. They have adapted to the environmental changes, to the technological changes through multiple pandemics. They have not given up on L&D. They are there as the talent to transform others' livelihood through upskilling and reskilling intervention. Now I'm going to bring you back into one of the most advanced classrooms back in 1995. This is the most advanced classroom back then. Many of you can familiarize where were you, some as learners, some as teacher. What we have? The most advanced overhead projectors. Anyone from current generation ever seen an overhead projector? Do we have? Yeah, we do have. Some of the main elements of traditional classic methodology of training: blackboards, LED panels, we don't have back then. What we have was a white screen to project the overhead projector, and what we had was a transparent paper where magic pens used to play magic roles. What we consider magic today lies within AI, lies within technology, lies within innovation. But back then, a simple magic pen can do its magic in L&D set up in a classroom. What are the other elements that we can observe in a classroom? Chalks, colorful chalks. Chalk doesn't come alone. It comes with another powerful instrument which will be made available in every classroom back then. We call it the most advanced missile in classroom. How many of you have got hit by this? Definitely this is my favorite toys to play in the classroom, and this will be the effect of the missile which the instructor, teacher, trainer have full power in terms of how he wants to control the session. What I'm saying is the methodology of teaching, transferring knowledge, back then was much centered towards the instructor. It's a one-way communication. But now we have evolved. We are looking into a lot of aspects when it comes to training methodology, how we design training, how we intend to implement, how we intend to evaluate training programs. So, 2025, what we have here, how we have evolved. You can see from the facilities we have, you can see based on what are the technological innovation that we are practicing in our classroom. Kahoot was a real-life example we had earlier. We have a group of 500 in this classroom, and we have made learning through gamification. This is another element of learning, because learning doesn't stop just by conveying a message from one person to another. There are multiple gojis when it comes to learning. All we know is pedagogical and andragogical, but if you go and explore, there are almost 10 gojis available in terms of how a person, a learner, can evolve through multiple facets of learning and cycles. So I'm going to bring you to another interesting journey. And are you ready to travel with me? 2055. What will be L&D ecosystem look like? Anybody? You have 10 seconds. 10 seconds. What about you? 2055.
I think that we probably don't have to be in the same room, and I can read your mind and exactly know how you feel about me.
Thank you. Thank you. What about you? 2055. What do you think?
We will not using any whiteboard maybe, and just like her, we can just think and it will appear inside of, in front of us.
Thank you. So we have multiple idea, imagination that we can go beyond. 2055 is not limited to classroom training. We are talking about metaverse now. It's happening. We are talking about futuristic tools now. It's already happening. So 30 years from now, we don't know. This is the actual fact. We don't know what is coming because we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. There are a lot of factors that requires attention. You know, a simple climate change can cause learning to be set at 5 years back in terms of how an individual can learn. The globalization pattern can also force learning to be disruptive. So, what is coming 30 years from now, even AI can't predict. They can predict based on the data we have currently, but we are not going to explore what is coming. But what we know is most important. What we know, over 50% of ASEAN population is under 30. And the International Monetary Fund has quoted that the youth bulge is an opportunity or a crisis, depending on how training system responds. Do we have a role to play? Yes, we do. The World Bank has reported digital economy projected to exceed 1 trillion by 2030. Yet, only 60% of the workforce yet 60% of the workforce are still lack in digital skills. This is global ratio. Do we have a role to play? Yes. And finally, the International Labour Organization. AI and automation threaten up to 28 million jobs by 2030 in ASEAN alone, particularly in low-skill sectors. Do we have a role to play? Yes. So, what is our responsibility? Aren't we responsible to act on this? Yes, we do. And bringing your attention back to the topic we have today, the future-ready training supply ecosystem. What are the important elements that we need to pay attention? What the market needs? What the ASEAN community members need? A training that is agile, a training that is trusted, a training that can adapt as fast as the industry revolution changes, a training that can travel across the border. I think in the panel session earlier, some of the things was discussed in terms of how we can mobilize the talent across Asian countries, how we can leverage on available frameworks to actually co-recognize each other's programs, products, and so on. And what I want to anchor today's presentation is towards one subject, that is to promote continuous learning among the training supply ecosystem. The statement that I would like to conquer continuous learning. Why? How do we measure the ROI of learning? Attainment of learning outcome? Maybe Isa can agree on this. I learned it from you. How do we measure the successfulness or ROI of a training entity, the business entity? We talk about quality, we talk about products, but at the end of the day, what is the most important thing when it comes to ROI as a business entity? Income. Leads towards business opportunities. And finally, one of the most important elements that I would like to throw forward is that what I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, commitment from the training providers and trainers for nation building. And here, under this forum, we are talking about building ASEAN as one entity. and we have the support of ASEAN Training Market here. Now, I'm going to share with you some real-time implementation that is taking place in Malaysian landscape, how we have created a comprehensive trainers development pathway in terms of strengthening professional certification and also to produce quality certified trainer continuously through a structured development pathway for ongoing learning opportunities. Because in the landscape, we always ask this question: you continuously training someone, but who is training you? What are the opportunities you get in an ecosystem of L&D to upgrade yourself? And learning doesn't stop when you can successfully transform your knowledge to another person, but where does the learning stop? It doesn't have a stop. There is a term called learning starts from womb and ends at the tomb. And we don't have a necessity to stop learning. Hence, what are the opportunities that has been created by Government of Malaysia, particularly HRD Corp, to regularize the program, to standardize the ecosystem, to ensure quality pool of trainers are available. So, in my upcoming slides, I'm going to share with you some of the most critical components in terms of how we have set benchmark against some of the globally leading bodies when it comes to learning ecosystem and the supply ecosystem in the country. We have the TTT certified trainer as level 1, entry level, the fundamental required for you to become a trainer. Many will argue, I have been in industry for 20 years. I'm a subject matter expert. Can you give me an exemption? We would say, sorry. Get your fundamentals right. What are the fundamentals? We will see shortly. Level 2, the accredited trainers. We want to elevate the training competency, and hence we require to benchmark against a global standard in terms of regularizing the training community in terms of certification attainment and accreditation attainment. So we have evaluation process. We have panel assessors who evaluate them. And this is a continuous renewal process for 3 years, in order to ensure that the trainers are active in the market. They are updating information. And finally, we have level 3, the professional trainers. Very soon, we are going to launch the Continuous Professional Development Matrix for Trainers, CPD. We want to ensure continuous learning built within the DNA of the training supply ecosystem of Malaysia. Now, coming back to level 1. What are the fundamentals? Why fundamental is very important? You can't just build a structure without the basement, without the foundation. Similarly, you can be a subject matter expert, but without these 5 basic fundamental competency, you can't be a good trainer. You can't be a good instructor. You can't be a good instructional designer. Adult learning, principles, theoretical. You understand how adult learns. Fundamentals. Conduct training need analysis. Fundamentals. Design competency-based training and conduct competency-based training. Okay? It goes together, design and delivery. And finally, assess participants' competence. These are the fundamentals when it comes to training. And HRD Corp, Malaysia have one of the best product in the name of HRD Corp TTT certification. And we have all the vendors of TTT present today in ATMC. Round of applause for them. Again, thank you for continually serving the nation to upraise the bar of trainers in the country. And we intend to bring this beyond the borders. And hence, there will be mutual framework in terms of recognizing trainer certification and so on. And level 2, we talk about the accreditation to ensure active trainers under HRD Corp meet a competency standard required by Trainers Development Framework. So all trainers, effective from 1st January 2025, they require to meet the criteria of Trainers Development Framework This is a batch dedicated for the accredited trainers community. And in Malaysia, we have already achieved, according to the statistic 2 weeks ago, we have touched 15,000 accredited trainers. Right? This is a new feat. Because the supply has increased in the market. We have the supply over close to 5 million employees and over 100,000 employers registered with HRD Corp, and contributing up to 2 billion in annual levy. And in order to supplement the demand, we have to create a robust quality supply ecosystem. And this is how we are building a supply ecosystem that is vital. And finally, the level 3, CPD, Continuous Professional Development. This is a new announcement to be given attention to. We have launched Training Market Transformation Initiative, multiple initiatives under the training market ecosystem to build the trainers and training providers' capability and capacity. Hence, we have launched 5 different initiatives, mainly, number 1, the Growth Academy, previously known as Bootcamp, to support the new trainers in the ground. Skill Accelerator Program, these are more intended to fledgling trainers, dedicated workshops, master classes, to elevate their competencies in certain area. Third one, Trainers Professional Certification Program for established trainers. And we are actually investing a lot to ensure the quality of training is taken care. We have identified almost 14 global certified training programs to benefit 500 accredited trainers under our landscape. We will launch all this program. You may wait for the updates, maybe in a week or 2. So if you are an accredited trainer, you can apply for all these certification program. Number 4, International L&D Conference. This is one of the areas that we always want to give emphasis. How our local community can go out, benchmark against the best practices, bring back the most advanced tools, the most advanced technology, the most advanced methodology when it comes to learning and development. And finally, sector expert trainers, focusing on high-skilled trainers, very niche competencies when it comes to L&D ecosystem. So these are the 5 main programs that has been intended for the training community in Malaysia. And of course, where does this lead to? Enhancing trainers' competency, promoting lifelong learning, aligning with the industry standards and needs, and ensuring global competitiveness of the market. Training supply ecosystem in Malaysia. So, dear supply ecosystem community, what is your direction ahead? I'm going to present a data. What we seem to view and reflect on earlier statement, it's actually not a problem. It is actually an opportunity for us. All right? How do we supplement? How do we take advantage? How do we make data-driven decisions in terms of approaching the market is something that you have to look into. And this data is going to supplement how you want to make decisions in terms of moving beyond borders, where the opportunity lies. These are statistics on the ASEAN participating working population. And if you look at the top 5, these are the countries that is coming with the highest labor workforce and contributing towards their respective countries' GDP. This is where opportunity lies. And not forget the countries below Malaysia, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, as well as Brunei, Timor-Leste. They are emphasizing a lot on L&D ecosystem. And they are putting in a lot of frameworks, a lot of hard work in terms of regulating their own markets, and there is a lot of opportunities as well. So let's tap into all these opportunities available. Let's move together as one ASEAN to mobilize the talents that we have, the product we have, the certification we have to support ASEAN grow as one. And finally, an important message, as I said, the ROI for business entity is income. So stop learning and your earning stalls. Stay learning and your future calls. Thank you very much, and wish you a great journey in your L&D ecosystem.
Please, I think he deserves a big round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen.